All right. Well, let's see if this is going to be able to do stuff. Okay. It's going to be interesting doing this now. Let's see if we can fit this in very quickly before I do F1 comms 8 o'clock. If I can do this now and hopefully do F1 comms as well, that'll leave me with just the tier 2 in the morning tomorrow. Which is quite fun because I will then have to do I just seen the ACC things going on there. It's alright. Everything's set up there. I have things set up now. The stream is done. Well, the stream is up. We got a couple of minutes in. Give it a couple extra minutes before I roll through and do the grid. Not entirely in the business of wasting too much time tonight. It is a Sunday night. So, got multiple things to do. So let's hope we can knock a couple of things out the park here. I believe the stream is sorted out as well. The stream link, the thing has been put in the stream link. It has, yes, it's gone out. We'll give it a couple extra minutes to see if anyone wants to join the stream. And then we'll get going for Tier 5. Tier 5 Round 3, Sardegna. Oh, I know for a fact it's not as much of a catastrophe, I think might be the best way of putting it, compared to the Tier 4 version of events of this track. But yeah. Alright. I'm going to put the YouTube stream on my phone very quickly. That way I can acknowledge YouTube comments that probably get taken off half the screen on my actual TV screen that I'm currently using. And then we'll get going. Alright, phone has been set up. So, time to go through the grid. So, in this sprint race, it looked like, is that Waluigi? Yes, Waluigi is on pole. Look at that, Zelda doing a pretty nice job there at the start in Tier 5. We got Moose in second, Higgsy third. We got Fracas fourth. Orak fifth, Stuart sixth. Jin in seventh. He's been something so far this season. Just replying to Dude in chat very quickly. And then we've got Wario in 8th. I believe that's SD, yeah, that's SD. Then you got Berserk 9th, Monty 10th, Matt in 11th, Juho 12th, Deco 13th. I'm not entirely sure who this is. Not entirely sure who was part of this. Let's have a very quick look through the it's driver 68. Got it. Yeah, driver 68. That's nice to know. So driver 68 in 14th, and then it's BD in 15th. So with that grid sorted out, let's go. I think it's pretty much time to do some comms in the race. For the actual race. There's 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go down towards turn 1. Waluigi has not actually got off to a good start. Higgsy has. We'll see whether or not Higgsy can keep himself involved in this going down towards turn 1. Let's see if the inside line is profitable. Not very much, as he slowed down too much, which means Waluigi will stay in the lead. Moose in second, Higgsy in third. They're still side by side as they go through turn 3. Let's see, it looks like Moose on the outside line has in fact got the line. Oh, there's something that's happened in the background there. We're going to just very quickly skip that back 10 seconds. I think that might be Berserk, who's got to oh yeah, Berserk's just gone a bit too wide. Berserk just went a bit too wide there. A bit of a problem. He didn't want to do that too often. They got Aurak on the inside of Jin, who's got a very good start. Started 7th, up to 4th already. Aurak is in 5th. A change of his livery a little bit here. You know, Fracker's in 6th. I think that's it. BD in 7th, and the Wario, sorry, in 8th at this point in time. And yeah, Matt in 9th, Monty in 10th. It doesn't look like we've got an awful lot happening through the 90-degree right-hander. It doesn't look like many people even made mistakes up the hill this time. We've got driver 68 who managed to hold off Juho for a little bit longer. So we're now going to go back up the grid. We got SD and, well, we got Wario and Matt going side by side. Oh, that's a bit of a collision. It's caused Matt. Oh, he's in the wall. Matt is in the wall. Oh, that's unfortunate. Did not save his car after the collision with Wario there. And that's caused him to suffer greatly. Into the wall he goes, onto the grass. Couldn't get the car saved. Oh, Moose has got to slow that car down. He's in the gravel. So is Higgsy there in the background, who may have just saved Moose a position as a result. That allows for Zelda to start waltzing off into the lead. Through the beginning of this race as a whole. We've got Higgsy in 3rd, Jin in 4th, Aurak still defending from BD and doing it pretty well. Frackers is hanging in there as well. Wario and then Monty behind him. Monty just does not look to have complete control over that Supra, as we see Juho here against Deco for the battle for 12th. You know, the Jaguar versus the BP. Might be I'm not sure what that car is actually. That might be a McLaren. I think that's a McLaren actually. Yeah, the BP livery on it as well. As we go a little bit further up the grid now and see what is going on between Wario, Monty and Stuart. Wario seems to be holding on for just a slight bit longer. Oh, Monty's sliding his way through the chicane and was impressive to actually hold that. Which is, yeah, that's an incredible show of car control there from Monty. As Kieran asked if he could join this. I mean, yeah, you could join the league if you wanted to. There should be a Discord link somewhere where we run the league as a whole, so you can continue that as you go along. You can look for that if you wanted to join in, for sure. Let's have a look. What we got toward the front. Here we go. Jin versus Higgsy. Not a lot happening so far in this sprint race, to be fair. But Higgsy is doing his best to hold off Jin right now. We've got BMW 2.4 in Tier 5 as it stands. Everyone's seemingly close, but nothing really happening, and it seemed like that was the case for most of Sardegna. Either that or a lot of incidents. So you just see in the background there's a train of cars rolling through. But not really much of anything, and much anyone can do about it. Also, apologies for the coughing today, because I am still not 100% and haven't been since Tuesday, which is absolutely infuriating. But, you know, illnesses are illnesses, you can't really do too much about it. So, Higgsy staying ahead of Jin for now. We go down the list, it's still the exact same, all the way down through 10th, as they all are getting close, but not close enough. And then we've got driver 68 ahead in 11th, ahead of Juho right now, ahead of... Oh, that's Fracas the wrong way! What has happened to Fracas here? Oh, no! Oh, no, we'll get a proper camera angle. I've done straight before. Go with Fracas now. As of this incident. There you go, Fracas through the first corner. BD in front of him. Yeah, BD just got it wrong. BD just got it all wrong. Into the gravel, yeah, and straight into the side of Fracas. Ouch, you never want to see that happen. That is incredibly unfortunate. As Monty goes by on its BD as well, up into 7th goes Monty. Yeah, I'm just having to mute every time I cough because I don't want it to appear on stream throughout the entire day. So, we've got BD versus Stewart. Stewart was unable to overtake BD after its BD's mistake against, well, in turn 1 that caused Fracas to spin. Oh, that's not great for Monty, a bit too deep. He somehow survived, the car not sliding through the uphill 90 degrees, so he's just about holding on. BD not holding on to the background though, or just about holding on from Stewart. The car looks like it's all over the place in this lap 4 of, I think it's 11 or 12 here. Oh, BD's got deep again. Monty's sliding all over the place as well. And Stewart's going to look to take advantage of this. And he will take advantage of BD's mistake. Up into 8th goes Stewart. That's pretty well done there by the Super 97. And then BD trying for something in the reverse. It doesn't get it. Here comes Juho to the inside. Also not really posed for a position here. We'll see whether or not Deco's trying to line something up here as well as we go through. Deco backs out of it against Juho as he stays in 12th for now. Juho in 11th, Deco in 12th. You got driver 61 there, just ever so slightly in front, trying to drive his way through at the moment as well. As we go further up the grid, Wario's in 6th after the incident between Fracas and SBD. Orak just in front of him. Jin and Higgsy were battling before, but now Higgsy has caught up to almost to the back of Moose here, as Moose is still behind Waluigi in the race here at Sardegna to start us with the sprint. And we are currently about to hit halfway through in that sprint. We'll see if anything is going to change from this point out, because right now Zelda has been in command from the word go. Let's see if he can continue that command through the next 7.5 minutes, or just under 8 minutes actually, that we've got left on the clock right now. Higgsy is getting close, but not close enough. Same with Moose on Zelda. So we'll see what's going on further down the grid. Orak is still a decent chunk ahead of Wario. A nice looking Rolex McLaren there for Orak. Monty's ahead of Stewart. Those two are trying to close themselves in, see if they can get a little bit of a battle going on there. So we got BD, and I think that's Juho. Yeah, it is Juho. Juho round the outside. Look at that. That is pretty good driving there by Juho on the outside. I think driver's hit the wall. We'll take a very quick look at this. Here we get a second look as Juho going round the outside against its BD. Also Berserk and Deco behind. Here comes driver 68. Yeah, straight into the wall, unabated. You don't want to be doing that too often. That is not a very good scenario to be in. Berserk did eventually get by And BD going to go back to the inside here against Juho. Will he have the good enough line? Oh, Juho's in the gravel. He's just about saved his car though, so BD will go back on through. Monty's in the grass as well here. Is he going to be able to save this against Stewart? No, he is not. And Stewart is just here taking great advantage of other people's mistakes to work his way back up the order. And then we've got Wario's close to Orac, but still nothing going. Then Jin in no man's land. And Higgsy, Moose and Zelda really close at the front of this grid on lap 7. Everyone on soft tyres on this one. We'll see if anything is actually going to change here. And it looked like Moose is closing in. Moose is really getting close to Waluigi now. Can Waluigi hold on for another couple of laps? We'll see. Is he going to, for some reason, not take the wide line? Apologies for that. I just had to pause it. My cough is not going away anytime soon anyway. So it looks like I may have jumped on this preemptively, but we'll keep powering through anyway. As Moose is now alongside, as he's now on the inside of... oh, what has happened here? Where's Waluigi gone? Waluigi had the inside line here, then Moose switchbacked him. He had a little bit of a slide coming out the uphill. And yeah, it's just too deep. It's just too deep. That's a lot of grass and a wall. You don't want to be doing that. And there goes Higgsy as well, as Waluigi had control of this race. And as soon as it started to slip, as soon as Moose has started to put some pressure on, he fades. And he gives up the lead. Now Moose versus Higgsy is going to be 1-2 in this one. Let's see actually what's going on here. As they move on to lap 8, Higgsy's trying to get alongside Moose but couldn't. Into turn 1. And also looks like Zelda, well, Waluigi is going to have a going to be under fire from Jin here. He'll survive for a little while longer, but Jin is going to try and put some pressure on Waluigi for this for the end of this race. It's about 11 laps, I think, this one. The GTR not really able to hold on to what was a comfortable lead for the first part of this one. And now we have to see whether or not he's able to hold on to a podium spot, as Jin goes a little bit too deep into the gravel there. You don't want to be taking that line too deep, because if you do, then your exit is going to be compromised quite significantly by the dirty tyres. Orac and Wario behind there as well. It's still going on, and it looked like Moose has started to drive away from Higgsy. As Moose has got control of this one now. Yeah, he's definitely got control of this one. You got Zelda and Jin also fighting out for the final podium spot. We'll see whether or not there's anything to come from Jin here. Oh, Zelda's got into the gravel. Zelda has got it into the gravel again. Jin now trying to look to the outside, trying to make something work. Now to the inside of turn 4, and I don't think it's going to happen here. No, it is not. Zelda's going to hang on for a little while longer. Higgsy has managed to get back closer to Moose King, but I don't think Moose King is going to be under any relative trouble. It looks like oh, Zelda did the gravel again! He did the gravel again, and this time Jin's going to make him pay! He's on the outside, and Jin is going to make that work! And Jin up into 3rd spot now against Zelda. You got Wario now in 5th as well. He overtook Orac. Stewart in 7th against BD, who is all over the place again. And there's went into the gravel there, has a half-second penalty, driving against Monty, driving against Juho, as we continue to watching these in the mid to back of the pack, fighting it out, and BD off the track again. He's just not got control of his car at all, as he slides across the track again and is now going to drop all the way to 15th. Juho in the wall as well. Wow. What happened to Juho? We saw what happened to BD. What happened to Juho? Did Juho get swiped here, or did he just made it? Oh, he got swiped. Oh yeah, Juho got swiped right into the back. Into the back of that deco auto on the grass. That is just turned into absolute chaos. As we're now on lap 10, you've got Moose from Higgsy in the front of the field. Jin then from Waluigi, 3rd and 4th. Wario in 5th. Team GTR not doing too bad, but still being upended by Team BMW at this point in time. We've got Higgsy is currently in 2nd, doing well for the Merc. The Merc got a very, very big buff in the update that happened, what, about 9 days ago now? 10 days ago now? Thursday week. The Thursday before this race as a whole. It looks like Moose is going to have this against Higgsy. Higgsy is getting close, but he's not getting close enough. We've got about one more lap to go, maybe two, at the front of this grid. With about just shy of about 1.5 minutes, just over 1.5 minutes left on the clock, which means we are definitely going to get another couple of laps, especially from the front four. It looks like we're going to get it all the way from maybe the top 5. We'll get the extra lap here. Aurak has dropped too far back. Stuart here trying to make something of it as well. Then we got Monty and Deco and Matt and Berserk also trying to fight his way back after that Jaguar got buffed. He had a early mistake, I'm pretty sure, has managed to get back to 11th. It's BD is at 13th, Juho 12th. As that incident happened, BD spinning into the back right wheel of Juho's car. Let's see if we can find anything at the front. Jorak still trying to defend here from Stuart. Then we've got also the Nissan GTRs trying to defend from, well, trying to get somewhere here against Jin. Maybe some teamwork right at the end here, if possible. But it looks like there's not really going to be much room for an overtake in any of the top 5. Because Moose is clear of Higgsy here by quite a distance. As you see in front of us, there's Moose coming around that corner now, heading into the chicane at the end of lap 10. In relative cruise control of this one. And, yeah, Moose and Higgsy will get to the extra lap for sure. We got about 8 seconds left on the clock. Here comes Jin. He gets over, and so do both the GTRs. It looks like a better, well, Wario's got a lot better tyre wear than Waluigi does, that's for sure. Aurak and Stuart also went over the line for their laps, the game limit being a bit generous there. There goes Monty into 9th. Aurak still holding on. Monty in 8th, Deco in 9th. As Aurak holds on from Stuart a little bit more there. You got Matt in 10th, Berserk in 11th, Juho 12th, BD will end in 13th. There you got Driver 68. And 14th and Fracas will end off the grid a lap back. So, at the front of the grid here, Moose King is very much clear of Higgsy and without a mistake should be able to take us over the line here. And it's not going to be, well, I would say he wasn't troubled, but I would be lying. Waluigi gave Moose a run for his money for about 7 or 8 laps there. He had hit his incident as soon as Moose King put on some pressure, and then Moose King has never looked back. He had Higgsy to deal with for a small while. Higgsy still in the back of him there, but Moose over the line to win the sprint, and he probably deserved that one in the end. Higgsy gets 2nd, Jin gets 3rd, and then we got Wario gets 4th, and Waluigi will see over in 5th, Aurak 6th, and Stuart is going to end the race in 7th. It's a pretty good drive for him there in this one. And that is the end of the sprint race. Time on the clock tells me it is currently 7:03. I'm not sure if my throat can take this, admittedly. It is very clear I have not shifted this illness. Damn. I will try and power through this. It's probably a mistake. It's almost certainly a mistake. We'll see whether or not we can do something here. Let's see if we let's see. I don't know if this is wise. It's definitely not wise. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know if my throat can continue on. I'm not gonna lie to you, lads. I'm coughing like an absolute madman here. We've got a couple of minutes before I absolutely have to make a decision. What do people think? I don't know whether or not my voice will last, but my throat coughing every 5 seconds might be a turn off. I don't know. I'm just gonna put something in chat, maybe see what the consensus is. Just go on. Okay. No, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. You guys are just telling me conflicting information here. Oh god. Fuck it, keep going. Right. I guess. I won't die on you. I can promise that much. It's just I will be coughing a absolute dud because my voice. I clearly haven't shifted this illness yet, and it's pissing me off now. Alright, just before we get going then, I'll just run through this grid on the return, on the reverse here, so we can just get an idea of what is and isn't happening. 40 minutes of this is going to be very interesting. I don't know if the F1 one is wise at all, but I'll figure that out at the end of this. Just by listening. Everyone seems to be catching it as well. Anyone around me at the moment seems to be catching it, I'll say that much. But yeah, right, so after his incident with BD in the first race, Fracas is going to start on reverse grid pole. You got driver 68 following that. It's BD starts in third on the reverse grid, so this could be interesting. As we saw first and third go at each other in the sprint race, and that did not end well. Juho and start off in fourth in the Jaguar, Berserk fifth also in the Jaguar. Also, pretty much everyone that has actually done a feature race in this league before has caught on that the medium tyres is probably the smartest idea. And then you've got Deco, who's also on softs, and yeah, making the same mistake as driver 61, first race debut in the league. Both of them are going to make the strategy mistake that everyone else has made. It's almost a rite of passage at this point. You have Monty in 8th, Stuart in 9th. Then you've got Orak in 10th, Waluigi in 11th, Wario in 12th, Jin in 13th, Higgsy in 14th, and Moose in 15th. Alright, here we go. We're going to get this one underway pretty quickly because they also have to be done by 8 o'clock. Which is fun. Right, there's 2, 1, and here we go. Fracas is away. Doesn't get a very convincing start. Neither does driver 68, who has faltered immediately for some reason, has decided not to get on the front. What is going on here? Why is driver 68 just driving? Oh, no. Okay, well, we're going to go back here because I was too focused, too enamored by driver 68's absolute blunder, that we're going to now watch the front of this race begin entirely again. As BD on the inside here. Oh, a little bit of a tap. Oh, it's just chaos. It's just chaos. Absolute chaos here. Let's go on Berserk's point of view because I think Berserk is the one that gets spun here. Yeah, BD. Oh, Berserk collided with BD after going too deep. Then Juho spins his teammate round as well. Oh, that is incredibly unfortunate. You got Jin here against Higgsy as well. Jin's got the inside line. Higgsy's gonna have probably gonna lose out to both BMWs here, as he is now on the outside line and actually holds off Moose relatively well. There we got Wario, who is going against Dorak, and Wario makes that move stick very, very quickly. And it looks like Jin might be going for the outside look here as well. As Monty is still there. Monty in 8th right now. Then you got Zelda, who's starting 11th. Waluigi up from 11th to 7th immediately. And also Deco going against both the... the Super 97s! As soon as I say that, Stuart's in the gravel. Stuart is in the gravel and straight to the back of the grid, minus driver 68 and Berserk. Which is unfortunate for him. We got Jin on the inside here against Higgsy once again. Same with Moose now. Higgsy, a little bit of a collision there between the two. Higgsy still hold on to the position somehow and hold on to his car as well. It's relatively impressive for him to do that. He should have been punished drastically after the collision, but gets away with one nonetheless. Here comes Zelda against Deco. Deco holding on here. It's holding on pretty well here actually. That looks like SD just about survived the gravel in the background. And Deco surviving Waluigi up front here. You got Matt in front of that as well, who hasn't enjoyed a day so far in this Super 97. I always go to the 97 cards. I'm like, oh yeah, it's definitely a Nissan. Definitely a Nissan. It's definitely not a Nissan. But yeah, the Deco's getting really close to Matt now, as Zelda just started to drop off just ever so slightly. Oh, Matt's in the gravel! Matt's in the gravel, and that's caused a bit of a problem behind, as there's a little bit of a pile-up. Deco's managed to go through after a little bit of a collision. Then you've got I think Zelda's been overtaken now by Monty as well. Definitely, they came together. Well, Zelda and Matt came together after they went into the after Matt went into the gravel, and that was Unfortunate there for the GTRs. I'd definitely say that. Here comes Jin in the BMW versus Aurak in the McLaren. Aurak is aware that he needs to rev out that McLaren at the top of 5th. It's fair enough. Oh, and he gets it a little bit wrong. Oh, that's a nice little switch back there from Jin to overtake Aurak there. After Aurak just went a little bit too deep on, I think it might have been Wario there. Yeah, it was. And you go that deep, you're going to get punished. I think is what Jin's saying at the end of that. Oh, Juho's got off the track. We'll have a very quick look at what happened here. Juho versus Fracas here. BD also still leading this race as he was early on after the lap 1 chaos. Oh, Jin just did not get control of that car on the exit of the bank corner there, and yeah, he's in trouble. He is in trouble now. He's going to drop a couple of positions, one to Deco, one to Matt. He'll do well if he holds off Zelda here as well, and it doesn't look like he's going to do that to great effect. No, he hasn't. There goes Waluigi past Juho, and I think Monty might be about to round the outside too. Monty is going to round the outside. Can he keep it on the track? He will keep it on the track. Jin behind us won't though. And Monty somehow still hasn't got the position back from Juho, and they go into the wall. And they go into the wall. They both crash. I'm not sure what happened there. I think it may have just been a very, very, very light tap that caught the back end of Juho's car and brought both of them into the wall. As we're now watching Jin versus Wario, and Jin on the outside looking to make this stick. Should get it done. The outside definitely usually has a better exit here. Until now, where Wario is going to have the inside line up the hill. Oh, Jin's had a bit of a slide. Jin's had a bit of a slide, which will allow Wario to hold on to his position. And Aurak also now breathing down the neck of the BMW, whilst also having a BMW breathing down his neck. Moose not able to get past Aurak yet, and that's probably going to be slightly infuriating by the end of this one. Oh, we're going free. Jesus Christ. It looked like we were going 3 wide for a minute then. Jin was on the outside. Aurak tried to send something on the inside there. Not sure if he really was aware of where the line was meant to be. The Moose was even further on the inside there. He was trying to go after Aurak, and that almost ended in the worst possible way. And we're continuing to keep watching these two drive at the moment. There is, I think, a pit stop for someone. Yeah, driver's just gone into the pits. Yeah, driver's gone into the pits, so I think that might be his day over. There you go, Moose King in the race here against Aurak. Doesn't get it done, as Aurak is just frustrating Moose King at this point. Just holding him back at every opportunity, and Moose King cannot do anything about it. As we continue to go through, we're through 6 minutes of this one. And Aurak has just been under relentless pressure from the start from Moose King, and has given up none of it. Oh, that's Stuart in the background. Stuart has gone round. Yep, that is in the wall. That's Hickney's going to go on by. And so does Monty as well, which is not good news there for Stuart whatsoever. He's now on a recovery drive rather than a drive to try and maintain position. Oh, Wario's got it all wrong up the hill. And that's going to allow for Jin to go by, and he's still getting it wrong up the hill. You don't want to be on the grass. That's going to spin your car. He somehow manages to avoid that. If you hear a little bit of time without actually hearing any my voice, or I am muted. Yeah, it's what it is. Here comes Zelda on the outside. Oh, a little bit deep, a little bit of gravel, but still holds on to his position right now. Waluigi pushing the boundaries a little bit. And you've got Jin on the inside here. Jin looked for it for a split second, doesn't go for it in the end. And we've got half a dozen drivers right beside each other at the start, well, in the mid part of this race. about lap 6 of about, what, probably about 28-ish, maybe 30 actually. So a long way to go as of yet. We're about minute 20s, minute 21 in terms of laps on the medium tyres here. Oh, Jin did the gravel. Jin is in the gravel there, but somehow survived a little bit longer. Wario not able to go too far at the moment until he switches to the inside, and Wario with a nice little move on the inside of Jin now has got by Jin now as Jin tries another switch back. These two are just switch backing each other into oblivion at the moment. And Wario holds on for a very, very slight amount of time and then gets in front. And Jin's switchback did not stick. Here comes Moose against Dorak for the 15th time today. As we're now watching, oh, Matt's just had a bit of a nightmare there. Going through turn 1. To figure out what he's trying to do here as we see Wario to the inside. Doesn't go for the move in the end. Zelda's now drove off in front here. We'll see what the front... Well, let's have a look at what the front three are doing in a short while after Matt on the outside against Wario on the inside here, and Matt should be able to hold on. Yeah, and he does as we head into the beginning of the third sector now. Matt holds on for Wario, and then you've got Orak, who is still ahead of Moose as Wario to the inside here of the 90-degree right-hander, and Jin's followed through the hole as well. It's a nice little move. You pick your spot, you make your move, and it usually works. And it does work there for Wario, and Jin was able to see what was coming as he waltzed through the hole that was created by Wario. And does get it done. Oh, everyone is all over the place here. Orak's off, Matt's off. We're going to have a very quick second look at this. Orak and Matt both went, oh yeah, they just both got it wrong. No real pressure on either driver. They both just get it sensationally wrong. As Higgsy goes past Matt, who's also in the wall again, who's had an awful last 30 seconds. And he's going to be wishing that 30 seconds never happened. They've got Wario now on the outside of Jin. And Wario's going to hold on for a little while longer as well. So, couple of overtakes made there. Moose is finally clear of Orak for the first time this race. It took 8 laps to do so. It is now Higgsy's problem, as Higgsy has managed to drive back to the pack and is probably probably wondering how the hell this happened. Jin is still holding on from Wario, and we got Zelda, Deco, and Fracas in front of us as well. Deco up into second at the moment in time. Here comes Zelda looking to the inside up the hill. Will Waluigi get it? Waluigi on the inside. Waluigi will get that over Fracas. Oh, that did not look good. That did not look good. What has happened here? Let's have a look. Someone's got off in front, and then also Zelda, Waluigi's got off here as well. Oh, Waluigi just got it all wrong. Fracas has managed to hold the car. It looked like he took a pretty big bounce there until now, where he doesn't hold the car anymore. Wow, everything at the front just went from bad to worse there. BD and Deco have now merged up into the distance. Whereas these two have started to be brought back into the chasing pack. Jin ahead of Wario, with Moose King on the back of this, and Orak and Higgsy behind them. Pretty sure it's the first we've seen of Higgsy since Deep Forest, where he had a pretty good show for himself there. We know for Deco and Driver both made the strategy mistake of starting on the soft tyre. Deco will probably realise it sooner rather than later that was the problem. That might be the wrong tyre to start on, but we'll wait and see if that does in fact come to bite him later on. Here comes Jin on the inside. There we go. Jin again. Also, Orak tried it against Moose again. And Moose wisely gets back in front of Orak immediately. Otherwise, he would have just been back to waiting, back to hoping on Orak's downfall. And there goes Wario in the background. Into the wall. Into the wall goes Wario. That was not good news for him. It looked like he got too much on the outside there, a little bit too much grass. He could not keep control of the car. That will lead him into a recovery now to drive now as well. And it also gives Jin a ton of breathing space. With Fracas not that far in front. There you got Waluigi currently sitting in third. Deco has hit the front of this race now. SD is full on led into the Wario character now. He even changed his nickname in the game to Wario ALR and everything. It's full on leaned into it. Beautiful. You got Deco still ahead of BD, as we got Waluigi and Fracas to round off the top four. That did not look too comfortable there from BD out of the uphill right-hander, or uphill left-hander, sorry. And he's still holding on against Deco here. He's trying to hold on to the back, maybe get some slipstream, because Deco is starting to pull a little bit of a distance now, actually. We've got Zelda in third, we've got Fracas in fourth, Jin in fifth, Moose in sixth, Orak in seventh, Higsy in eighth. Those two still relatively close. Will Higsy get close enough by the time we hit turn one? I doubt it. No, he will not. Stewart on his own a little while there in ninth. Then we got Monty and Juho heading up the hill into turn one. Monty going way too deep there, hitting the gravel, just about saved his car, and won't, however, save the position as Juho's on the inside here, and Juho's going to get that done, and Wario's trying to look back as well. Wario just about avoided Juho in the end. The evasive action in the end doing just about enough to avoid both drivers. Albeit I think he had a little bit of tap on Monty on the way through. We got Berserk, Challenger and Driver 68 who stayed in the pit the entire time. Orak is still holding up Higsy. Orak is just the one guy that cannot be beaten normally at this point. After beating by him screwing up. Should only happen the one time, which is why you can see that Moose has got by, and here comes Orak for the pit. So Higsy should be released now to go after OG, who's going after his teammate. We still have the front three, or the front four, right on each other's tails here. Albeit Deco is starting to drive away just a little bit. He is on the soft tyres though. Let's see whether that comes back to bite him later as Waluigi goes off into the grass this time. Had BD for a moment. Doesn't have BD now as Fracas is going to go round the outside the long way round. Hagged it. Hagged it beautifully. Round the outside of Waluigi there. Fracas up into third. That's pretty good. That might be one of the best things I've seen from Fracas as I've commentated races. SBD is currently in second, but the bad news for the front four is that Jin and Moose are here. They have caught up. They are onto the back of Zelda, or pretty much onto the back of Waluigi, sorry, who is continuously getting every corner wrong that he could possibly get wrong at the moment. Oh, BD had a bit of a problem there as well. Just about. We had a bit of a slide on his car there. He's lost some time there to Deco. Fracas going the opposite lane. See if he can use this to catch up. No, he cannot. BD holds on to second place for a little while longer. We got Jin and Moose and Higsy. Higsy trying to get himself involved now with both the BMWs have in fact done now, as they've got themselves onto the back of Zelda. The rest of the group not really doing much of anything right now. Albeit Juho and Wario will be going at it sooner rather than later. Also got a little bit of a battle at the back, so it's Aurak and Matt. Aurak is not holding anyone up at the moment. Here comes Wario on the outside of Juho. Doesn't get it done. Looked like he had enough. Looked like he had enough speed entering the corner, but didn't look like he had enough speed exiting the corner, and Juho's just going to take advantage of that every single day of the week. And here comes Wario on the outside. Can he get it done this time? He's got a better exit this time, and he is in front of Juho this time. Even if it is momentarily, Juho has the exit, a wide exit. They're still side by side, and now Wario is in front going into the third to last. And Wario takes the position of Juho. That's pretty good racing for the two of them. Oh my god, what the hell happened here? And Higgsy is now on the back of Jin as he goes past Moose. As Moose has now got the outside line and will take this gratefully. As he's just going to waltz by his teammate who's just got... I don't even know what his teammate's just done there. His teammate got literally... I mean, I guess his teammate working well to get his teammate by before Higgsy becomes much of a problem. Moose got by. I'm not entirely sure what Jin was thinking, but the hole was created on the outside by Jin just taking the first corner way too slowly. But if that was designed, then fair play. But it now has Moose from being attacked by Higgsy to clear of Higgsy by his teammate. And now he has a license to go after Waluigi in any way that he wants to. I mean, it looks like Fracas had a bit of a problem there. It's actually, no, I think it's BD that's had a bit of a problem there. Oh, Fracas in the wall! Fracas in the wall as well! We're gonna go back about 10 seconds here and figure out what the hell just oh yeah, that's the Fracas has also just missed his breaking point at basically every opportunity there as well. BD screwed up the corner, the Fracas screwed up a corner, and now Waluigi's gone through. Yeah, Wario had that spin move earlier. Wow. A lot just changed up at the front, and Deco is very much in the distance. We'll see what... Usually I can predict where my costs are coming from, but that just came out of nowhere. Holy shit. Right, here we go again. I'll go back 10 seconds to figure out what's actually going on here as everything is sorting itself back out. Now we got Moose King here going against Fracas. Fracas, the unfortunate, well, missing the brakes, missing his own braking point at the end of the straight there. Getting it all wrong. Opens the door here for the BMWs who just need to get by. They're still being hunted down by Higgsy, and Jin's just got to do a job of defending through this 90 degree, well, this banked right-hand turn in the second sector. BD also in front, having a bit of an error in the prior lap, and Wario now up into second as well. Deco just looks to extend his lead as we go further on here. These 6 cars, no mistakes at this point, no mistakes on this lap anyway. We had the mistakes at the end of the last one, but not on this one. And, oh, here comes Moose. Will he get it? No, he will not. As Moose is just going to have to hold on for a little while longer, see if he can muster the patience to try bashing a move against Fracas. And he's now going to go to the outside here. Jin, his teammate, also looked for it, but didn't go for it either. Didn't go for it as his teammate was there. And OG Moose King round the outside of Fracas in turn 1. That was pretty good move there by the BMW, who won the sprint race and now is making a mockery of the Mazda outside of turn 1. Jin also tried to hold off that Merc, who's still there or thereabouts. Higgsy still looking for it. Higgsy now looks to the inside here against Jin. Will have the inside line. Will he have the position? No, he will not. Jin's going to hold on for a bit longer. Does just about enough to defend his position there. I thought for a split second that Higgsy would have absolutely had Jin. Looked like he had a lot more speed heading into the corner. Apparently not a lot going out of the corner. He's just desperate to get by Jin at this point. As we see Stuart in the background trying to catch back up. Also Wario trying to get himself back into this as well, but is very much tailed off. After his spin earlier in this race. So no one else has pitted beside Aurak right now, who pitted off his, as soon as I say that, Jin goes in to pit off of his medium tyres. So that's the second pit of this race. It doesn't look like a lot is happening here in terms of an overtake. Moose is going to try and go after BD. Hasn't really been able to do it just yet. Probably a bit of both. Probably a bit of both. Probably there's a ton of there's a ton of people who like the grass in this race for sure. For some reason, I'm not entirely sure why. There's a lot of people that are just overshooting some of these corners. And as soon as we see that, oh, Moose almost sliding that car through the 90-degree right-hander. And that's something that could spell disaster if you get on the throttle too early there. Yeah, if you have that little slide, you get on the throttle too early, and that BMW can punish you badly. As now Moose is going to go after BD and everyone and anybody into the pits. That's 4 people into the pits on his straight away. As now Zelda, Deco stay out. Stewart as well. Stewart's still got half his tyre left, which is absolutely amazing for that car. That car is absolutely amazing on its tyre wear. In goes Wario as well. So, we have 3 that have stayed out. Aurak. Let's see where Aurak comes out in all of this business. And the answer is in his McLaren. Ahead of a lot of them. Ahead of the lot of them. That is one hell of an undercut there by Aurak. It's about a 5 or 6 lap undercut. And Aurak has got it right. Jin also undercutting everyone by a lap. He got it out in front of his teammate. Wow. Everyone else coming out in the same order they went in. Well, at least I believe so anyway. Frankus, here comes Deco. So I see where Aurak is in response to Deco there, because Aurak undercut everybody in existence. And in comes the top 3 at the moment. As for the actual driving on track, not really an awful lot happening right now. You've got Jin who's getting close to Matt, but Matt's also quite a distance away from Aurak at the start of this one. At the start of their second stints is probably the better way of phrasing that. Matt goes deep, and Jin's gonna go on through. You make the mistake, and well, in comes Matt for his pit stop, and yeah, well, Jin's gonna make you pay for that. Jin is gonna make you pay for that mistake 100%. But he would have overtaken him in the next corner anyway after Matt went in for his pit stop. So, Aurak has come out in second place. Deco is currently leading this race, but he's on the medium tyres, so he should fall off. His teammate is right behind him and is currently in control of this race with about 11 or 12 laps to go. the control of this race goes in the direction of Orak, who undercut like mad. And yeah, he's doing his job right now. And then you got Waluigi in third, followed by Jin, followed by Moose, and the BMW guys again taking it to the house pretty much when it comes to the Constructors' Championship in this tier, especially through 3 anyway. We still have about 11 or 12 laps left to go in this, so as long as Orak's tyres hold up, he should be fine. You got Zelda also on the soft. So you got Jin and Moose also on soft. BD just behind that. Then Stuart, then Fracas in 8th. Juho on 9th on Right, let's go again. Juho in 9th, then you got Monty in 10th, and Wario in 11th right now and needs to get something going. And that's not how you do it! That's not how you do it! That is a one-way street straight to getting absolutely destroyed. Higgsy also must have had a problem in the last lap or two as well, as he is now struggling in 12th, a long way off where he was before. Deco had been overtaken by Orak for the lead of this race now. Let's see how much of a team player Deco is, because Deco, on the worst tyres, could put up a stout defense here and work his team way into a win. And given the fact that Orak's already gone for just shy of 10 laps, and those tyres are not wearing off anytime soon, I think he should be fine in terms of tyre wear. Here comes Zelda. And then we've got Jin and Moose as well as... Jin is just about doing enough right now. Here comes Deco and Zelda fighting it out. Waluigi getting a little bit of a slide. And that will hand the position straight back to Deco, I believe. Yes, it will. Waluigi had the shot, he had his chance, he picked his spot, and just a little bit too much throttle on the exit of everything, just hand it back. He might not get a better chance than that. Jin's right on the back now. Here comes Waluigi on the outside. It does get it done. Does get it done there on Deco, and I think Jin got by as well. Jin did get by on Deco. Deco holds off Moose King just a little bit. Both of them went into the grass a little bit there as well. So, yeah, so that changed a ton at the front. Jin and Waluigi are through on the medium driver. Can Orak hold on? We're now pretty much 3/4 of the way through this race. And well, Orak's got control of this one up to this point. Then we see Waluigi behind, and Zelda, not Zelda, Waluigi and then Jin, as Moose has now got by Deco as well. And Deco is probably wondering the strategy call, as he is just starting to tumble his way down the leaderboard. Albeit, I think he would take a top 5 on his first day. We'll see whether or not he is able to hold on for the rest of this race. But further down the grid, we got Stuart here, Fracas down behind that, BD in 8th currently. And then you've got we got a lot of battles going on back here. Freeway going on for 6th, and then you've got 7th, 8th, and 9th also fighting out in the distance there. As we can only watch on our screen as Stuart and Fracas are going side by side up the hill into turn 1. And Fracas on the inside. Fracas is going to do it. Fracas gets it done. BD to the gravel. BD to the gravel. That will bring Juho and Monty into this. And instead of BD being in a freeway for 6th, he's now in a freeway for 8th. Costly mistake. As we're now going to go back to the front of the grid. Things are starting to hot up here. Aurak is going through the motions right now as well. Jin on the outside here. Trying to round the outside of Zelda, who's got too much of the inside curb. Had a little bit of a bounce with his car. Still alongside, still in front. Oh, and lets enough space so he gets sandwiched by the BMWs. But still somehow manages to hold on against Jin, not against Moose, who manages to make a brilliant double move on the inside there. And does just about enough of a job. Zelda does enough of a job to hold his position against Jin, but just did not see Moose coming. And now Moose has a free shot. Free reign at Aurak here. We go on lap 24 of what will be 29 or 30. So Aurak has another 5 or 6 to hang on. But for now, he's going to have to do it in the hard way as Jin goes round Jin goes on the inside there of Waluigi, who's just starting to falter now. As both the BMWs go past the GTR. We got 1 stout defense from Waluigi. We can't get 2. Did go off in the distance there as well. Yeah, it's a thing of beauty to watch Moose go through. Just he has a patience to him which is just not seen a ton. He's not one of those that is you'll get it a ton where you get people who are slightly arrogant, who think they're the quickest guy on the track, and they will just bully their way through everybody. It's not the case with Moose. Moose has a unique ability to be patient with everybody, and it's absolutely beautiful to watch. He is someone who just likes to pick his spot. He doesn't bully through people. He picks his spot and he makes sure that he gets it right. And it's nice to watch him follow it through. But I got nothing but praise there for Moose King, as he's currently driving. This might be the best I've seen Moose King ever drive in Tier 5, anyway. But in terms of actual driving, when I was driving against him in the last couple of seasons, he wasn't that great. So, nice to see he's learning. You got Jin and then Zelda afterwards in Tier 3 and 4. They've also had an exceptional drive today as well. Zelda also driving a lot better than he usually does. And still having a bit of mistakes, making a little bit of errors and allowing the BMWs to make crucial passes when he could close the door. And as we say, there goes the Jin mistake as Waluigi goes on through into 3rd. But yeah, there's a few that I absolutely love watching in this tier. And Aurak is also one of them. Aurak at the front of this grid, doing a ton of work, has managed to hold on against Moose for 26. And Moose King in this race, right? We've seen it before, where Moose King is trying to get through on Aurak and just cannot do it. Which is probably why Moose King looked in front and the last name he probably wanted to see was Aurak. But he has to see it because Aurak is currently winning this race and has a decent chunk of a gap here to the BMW. The McLaren's tyres aren't going to die anytime soon. He'll make it to lap 30 if he has to with the tyre wear. After pitting at the end of 11, which is just Jesus Christ McLaren tyre wear. We're on about 36 minutes now About 36 minutes to the 40. It doesn't look like anything has happened to the front four. Deco is just about holding on for Fracas now. Fracas is starting to close in on the closing on his soft tyres against Deco and his medium tyres. He got Stewart behind Fracas, who is in no man's land right now. He's on the same tyres as Fracas, and BD is in no man's. BD is too far behind to make anything matter. Then you got Juho in 9th, Wario in 10th, who has to really got to do something now to try and make another recovery drive save for Higsy. A couple of mistakes hindering both of their races. Monty's in 12th and no man land, same with Matt. Berserk and, well, drivers now had a 36-minute lap, which is an interesting way of going about things. We're on lap 27 now. We are about 2 or 3 laps from the end of this one. We should go 29, I reckon, here. Let's see if Aurak can hold on. He's now going side by side. Oh, he's just about closed the door there on Moose. As well, Luigi is trying to get himself back in the picture, as he is not that far behind. Moose is still trying to hound Aurak with every little bit of his being right now. Aurak's doing one hell of a job. He was doing one hell of a job at the start of this race as well. 8 laps before Moose got by. It's been 3 or 4. He's going to need another stout performance here to make sure he holds on. Here comes Moose on the outside. Will Moose do it? He goes for a little bit of a switchback. It looked like he would go for a switchback for a moment there, just decided not to make the move whatsoever. Aurak holding on again against Moose. And the longer this goes, the more you think that Aurak's just going to have enough in the tank. He's proven it already, that he can hold off Moose if he has to, on equal tyres. Moose getting a little bit too deep there, maybe just about avoiding the gravel. But that'll give Aurak enough space to know that he can continue to drive on. He doesn't have the slipstream in front of him. Moose will, as we continue this one. We're on lap 28. Moose is running out of time. Zelda is also trying, but he's running out of time as well. Jin is not really getting anywhere. And also, here comes Moose to the inside. Will Moose do it? To the inside. Moose has done it. Moose has done it there. You got to run out the hill, run up the hill, and then into the left-hander, switch from the outside to the inside. And Aurak has lost out on multiple positions in basically 3 corners. Aurak going from a win in his grasp. He's going to have to fight now for possibly a podium, as we see Jin in the background. Maybe just a little bit too much to ask of his tyres in the end for Aurak. And in the end, Aurak, yeah, he's going to drop off the front 2. The front 2, Moose King and Waluigi, they're not done yet. It is effectively going to be the final lap of their race. There's no hope in hell either of these go over the line for lap number 30. If they will, it'll be extremely close. We're going to go up the hill now with about 20 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, there's no way this happens. So this is the final lap. And Zelda realizes it, because Zelda is now starting to push the needle a little bit here. Can he do it? Around the final couple of corners, he might be too far back. And it looks like he is too far back, as Moose goes around the final chicane. And we're over the 40 minutes now. It's the final lap. And Moose is going to make it a double, as he goes over the line now to win both the sprint and the feature in Sardegna. Both of them not coming without its fair share of challenges. And Zelda's going to get second. Aurak gets the final spot on the podium, which is probably deserved, even with the strategy. He did a great race today. Jin in 4th. Deco gets 5th, even after a very small blunder on the strategy. Fracas 6th, Stewart 7th, Juho 8th, Wario 9th, Higsy 10th, BD 11th. But I'm pretty sure his BD has about 20 seconds worth of penalties to enforce. Then you got Monty in 12th, Matt in 13th, Berserk in 14th. driver in 15th, as he actually decided to come back out the pits and has done 1:40, nearly 41-minute lap. And that's it. That is us done. Wow, Moose done it. Is it 40 seconds for BD? Jesus Christ. I did not add them all up. Yeah, 40 seconds for BD is, that's actually more than I think Oscar got, which is quite funny. But yeah. Wow. So, there you go. That is Tier 5, Sprint and Feature, for Sardegna for Week 3. We have another set of races tomorrow for Dragon Trail Reverse. I will be doing Tier 2 comms tomorrow, probably morning, provided this hopefully shifts. I apologise for the state of my voice, for the state of my just everything, because I am absolutely under the weather. I appreciate you guys sticking around. It's been a lovely time talking to you all and doing comms for you all. But for now, I'm going to go and die doing F1 commentary in a bit.